Please welcome the Vice Chairman of March of the Living's National Advisory Board, Jeffrey Gunter.
Thank you. On behalf of the entire March of the Living family, our honorary chairman, David Weiner, I'd like to welcome all of you here tonight. As we honor Max, we remember, and together breathe life into the past in order to prepare for our children's future. Each and every one of you left your work, your family, your kids, and loved ones to be here tonight, to support, to stand up, and to step forward to help preserve our Jewish future. The stark, brutal Jewish reality is they murdered our families and butchered our people, and they try again and again. But we, like Max Webb, never quit. And we make sure they cannot and they will not destroy our future by also murdering the memory of our past. When this young teenager walks, marches, sings, prays along these tracks, rails of death from Auschwitz to Birkenau, she, like all the youth of our trip, does not walk alone. Wrapped in the strength of generations before her and those who perished in the Shoah, she did not arrive at this point in her life by accident or alone. Quite honestly, she is there because of all of you who are sitting here tonight, strong men and very strong women, and what each of you do and all have done in the past. She was perhaps born here at Cedars, guarded by the proud Magen David, built by Factors, Webbs, and supported by Gerons and many others sitting right here. Or she was touched by the extensive philanthropy of the lost, but never forgotten, I repeat, never forgotten, Nathan Chappelle. Perhaps she grew up in Los Angeles Jewish day schools, powered by names like Wolpe, Shinlin, Fuller, Powell, Eliyahu, Molitz, Lawrence, Schulkind, and Schatz. With the help of those like the Bureau's Graf and so many Jewish educators here today. Or perhaps she attended our local secular schools with ideals of learning, community service, integrity, led by names like Hybrics. Perhaps she was taught about the Shoah and the Torah by the philanthropy of the Goldrich family, or went to Israel to Bar Ilan University and was touched by the vision and generosity of the Nagels and the Webbs. Then got off a bus at Latrun or Palmachim, or met a lone soldier, and became inspired by the way the Davids, the Hochbergs, the Sandermans, the Sands, the Wieners, the Nazarians, and the Zarnagans have guarded the Israeli soldiers as they have guarded us. Was she moved by the number of souls touched and rescued by the Black family at Vista Del Mar, or the Children of Aviva helped by the Brody family, or the Jewish Federation work by Nancy and John Glazer and so many of you, or a simple witness to the profound Nazarian generosity and leadership visible throughout our synagogues and academic centers? Was she propelled by the lifelong commitment of Monique Newman at the Bureau, tirelessly working for the March, or was it the growth of her own soul, her neshama, made possible by those from the March, who every waking hour is spent breathing life into the death and despair, so the memory, yes, the memory can live on and be leveraged to defeat not only the butchers of the past, but our modern day, I dare say, Hitlers. Our chairman and visionary, Shmuel Roseman, with David Mokulis, Yossi Kedem, and our fearless leader, our March of the Living Golda Meir, strong as could be, a Zionist to our bone, Phyllis Heidemann, are those who are here tonight from far away and who nurture her brave soul, Kashe Halev Boche, when her heart cries out in sounds only heard by Hashem, for those and the generations they stole from us. perhaps inspired by our Los Angeles new Israeli Consulate General, David Siegel, here tonight, or has she seen the fact that the Polish Consulate General of Los Angeles, Johanna Frabis, is here too, is committed to honor our Max, is committed to honor the Shoah, acknowledging the past and fighting anti-Semitism today for a Polish-Jewish future. And that is why our honorary chairman, David Weiner, survivor, philanthropist, who has given so much to so many throughout his life, asked us all to be here tonight to honor our Max. David, your visions, your generosity, your strength to protect the Jewish people, to educate our youth, to heal the soldiers, and to change the lives of so many is a true inspiration to all of us. David, where are you? Can we shine a spot on David, please? So on behalf of all of us here in the March of the Living, please accept this token of our appreciation and the thank you on behalf of generations to come. So now, what if? What if the killing didn't stop? How long could Max Webb, David Weiner, and the many survivors here today have survived? Unthinkable thoughts. We know 6 million. What if it was 7? What if it was 8? What if it was 10? Or what if it was 12? Somebody had to stop the killing, and it was done by American, Canadian, and British troops. On the beaches of Normandy, Utah, Omaha, Canadians on Juneau, our patriotic youth bounced in the waves, knowing all too well what lay ahead. As they landed, they too were slaughtered by Nazis, those who also knew quite well what lay behind them, behind the fences of Auschwitz, Dachau, Buchenwald, Bergen-Belsen, and beyond. But our boys had the strength of a country behind them and humble bravery like no other. They were able to fight. On January 27, 1945, Auschwitz and Birkenau were liberated, followed quickly by the liberation of other camps. This year, for the first time ever, liberators will join survivors and students on the March of the Living, and tonight we are proud and truly honored to have with us 2 of those liberators. David Cohen served in the 69th Infantry Division and was among the American troops that liberated Buchenwald. David, would you please stand? Thank you, David. And our second liberator is Sergeant Rick Carrier, and he is here this evening as our special guest to tell his story.